Jason is dead.
I don't want to believe that.
And he didn't
believe that.
And he didn't die in his sleep. Someone killed him.
It's laying in the ditch. It looks like somebody's tried to cover him up. It's a man.
If there was somebody that wanted to hurt Jason, if you know somebody that
He wanted to hurt me.
Just days prior, Angelina Hamrick killed her husband in front of her own children. Now she will put on her best act and blame anyone but herself.
I'm just shocked. You just told me the father of my kids are dead and my boyfriend killed him.
However, Angelina is about to make a critical mistake, as she says something only the killer would know.
What we're trying to do right now is we're trying to identify the body that we found.
I don't want to do it.
We'll ask.
I'm really afraid of blood and everything.
I haven't said what his injuries are or what made him die.
On June 30th, 2019, Sergeant Jason Hamrick's family was starting to panic. The 42-year-old Air Force recruiter was supposed to attend a relative's birthday party, but he was nowhere to be seen. Even more troubling, one of his 3 school-age sons texted his parents asking if they had heard from him. It was Sunday, and they hadn't seen him or spoken to him since Friday. Jason's parents called law enforcement, who raced to his home in Bethel, Ohio, to conduct a welfare check. En route, they were warned that Jason was in the middle of a contentious divorce with his wife Angelina, who was staying at the home with him and the kids. Angelina, a Russian citizen, met Jason while he was working overseas in South Korea. Sparks flew between the two, and within 2 years, they were married and raising their first son in the U.S. But as fiery as the relationship had begun, so did it end. At the time of Jason's mysterious disappearance, he and Angelina were divorcing and in a fierce custody dispute over their 3 sons. Police did an initial welfare check and were told by Angelina that Jason often disappeared for days at a time. But when they got a 911 call from one of the couple's neighbors just hours later, they knew this disappearance was different.
Okay, tell me exactly what happened.
There's a dead body laying at the end of our driveway.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry?
Yes. It's laying in the ditch. It looks like somebody's tried to cover him up.
Oh my
It's a man. My wife just looked over and seen it.
Now?
I'm sorry?
Are you with him now?
No, he's dead.
How old is he?
I have no clue.
Jason was found severely decomposed in a ditch less than half a mile from the home he had built his family in. He had been shot in the head and covered loosely with grass clippings and straw to try and conceal his body. Soon after receiving the call, law enforcement brought Angelina in for questioning. The following footage, texts, and files have been provided to us by the Claremont County Sheriff's Office in Ohio via FOIA request.
So, I'm Sergeant Berger. I introduced myself to you at your residence. Detective Allen's going to be here with me. Obviously, you've had the deputies at your house all day today. We took a missing persons report for your husband, Jason. We need to clarify some things as far as when you last saw him. Do you remember what he was wearing or anything like that?
I don't remember. I know that when we came home with the kids, he wasn't in the house. So
Okay.
Last time I saw him in bathing suit.
Okay, you last saw him in a bathing suit. What day would have been that you last saw him? Because today's Sunday.
I said Saturday because we woke up. He wasn't in the house.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
You said you think it was Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday morning, but usually leaving for work that's working on the weekend.
Okay.
I worked for him a long time ago on the weekend. I remember that.
Okay.
Had to go somewhere at 5 o'clock.
I'm somewhat familiar with you and your husband because my job here, one of the things I do is I look through every report that the sheriff's office takes. So I know the police have had some contact with you guys. You've had a pretty rough marriage.
It wasn't rough. We've been living together for months now, and I've been there in the house. Everything was fine.
How long have you been back in the house?
Since but I'm sure it's about a month.
About a month? Okay. Because I think you and I talked on the phone recently. Because I think you wanted to file a complaint against Miss Schnell
Oh yeah.
because you thought she had
Yeah.
lied.
I'm sure about it, but she
Okay.
has immunity from the law, so.
Okay, we talked about that. So
Yeah.
how long ago was that? Because I went away for like 3 months, but I think I came back. It just happened one of the days I was here.
I think January.
Okay, all right. So I think you and I have talked before, and like I said, I've seen some of the reports that have come through.
I'm not supposed to legally stay in the house, but he let me in. I lost the job, so only income I have is what he paid me.
Okay, all right.
And I asked him like other night, I didn't have money for hotel, and I asked him if I can stay. He said yes, and he has a trouble to find babysitter. So.
Okay. Have you guys been getting along? Or have you been fighting or?
No fighting. No.
Okay. Has he hit you before?
2 years ago, but didn't hit me anymore. Like when we staying in the house, no.
Okay. Have you ever hit him?
No, he would fight back.
There's a reason the detective keeps reiterating that he's read the past reports on the Hamricks' domestic disputes, because there's not just a few of them at this point. There's practically a whole filing cabinet's worth. In April of 2018, a year before this interrogation, Jason's supervisor, a sergeant, called the police because Jason wasn't answering his calls. Previously, he had heard statements from Jason that led him to believe that Angelina was capable of shooting him. When Jason didn't answer on April 18th, the sergeant fully believed that she had committed this heinous act. A month later, Angelina filed a claim that Jason had hit her. However, unfortunately for her poor housewife act, Jason recorded the entire encounter. The footage showed him repeatedly telling Angelina to back away from him. Meanwhile, she was rubbing and grabbing her face in an attempt to make it look like she had been punched. That's the kind of behavior that puts real victims in danger. And believe me, the reports filed after those two incidents only get crazier.
But I guess today the concern was that Jason was supposed to take the 3 kids to meet his.
What he told me that I asked him because you have a cane on Monday, and I told him, do I need to find the sitter or what you gonna do with the kids for this time? He said he gonna take them in the evening on Sunday. So I didn't worry about it. So he told me he gonna take them there on Sunday evening, so I waited till Sunday for him to show up. And when he didn't show up in the morning, I asked kids, hey, where's your dad? Do you know? Like call your grandma and ask her if she knows where he at.
Okay. So is that his mom and dad that living in is it his stepdad?
Stepdad.
Okay, Mr. Oliver, is that his name?
Yeah.
So Jason was supposed to take him there today, apparently, and when he didn't show up, Mr. Oliver called us and asked us to come out and make contact with Jason.
Yes.
And if today is Sunday, again, I know you made a report, you talked with Deputy Shepard, Corporal Cooper, they were at your house today. You said you believe you last saw him, when did you said you saw him at the pool?
Friday.
Friday, do you remember around what time?
We left at 9, so we've been swimming in the pool. And kid said, hey, let's go get a pizza. Okay, let's drive and get a pizza. So we went to the Little Caesars. You probably can't pull their camera to see
Which Little Caesars did you go
by
to?
the Kroger's.
By the Kroger. Friday when you guys come home from the pizza, you didn't see him after that?
We came to the back door, but it was locked. So we came through the front door, and I told him, you're probably sleeping, don't want us to be loud. So let's just quiet eat pizza. So we had pizza at the kitchen, and we went upstairs to watch the movie in my room. We have projectors, so big TV, and there popcorn everywhere.
Okay.
So what we've been doing is watching TV there very quietly, and then when it was like around 12 or 12:30, kind of late, so I told everybody, hey, let's just be quiet and go to bed, because I don't want to wake him up.
Okay. But you haven't talked or seen Jason since
No.
you guys left to get your pizza?
Yes.
Interestingly, Angelina claims she was so worried about Jason's sleep that she urged her kids to be quiet while watching a movie. but not worried enough to even try and text him when she hadn't seen him in 2 days. Before Angelina was taken to the station for questioning, officers conducting the welfare check on Jason at the house found this highly suspicious, primarily because, well, even a bad cop could figure that out. And the fact that Angelina was casually giving statements about her missing husband in her bathing suit by the pool didn't help.
Is it normal to go a day or two without talking to him or having contact with him?
Yeah, because
Well, I know that, but you're still in the same house.
yeah, in different bedrooms.
But still, you run across each other. Is it?
No,
You
he
haven't seen
going
him
to
since
work.
Friday night.
He leaving for work before I even wake up, and when I wake up, he's not in the house. So
Does he work Saturdays?
I don't know. When we used to live together, like a family, he sometimes worked because he's
Well, it's
Air
kind of
Force-
our problem is this is very odd. Things don't add up. We're finding that an issue.
The issue is what?
That's a problem.
I'm not sure if he's even in the house when we coming late from pizza or from downtown, and we hear his door is closed. We're not gonna bother him to wake him up.
Saturday, all day Saturday, today. You never thought
I was
that he
thinking
would have
he's
contact with his kids at least.
well. They have their own phones, so they can communicate without me. And I was thinking
They're
if
in the
he's
same
missing,
house.
just don't really understand what the issue is. I'm supposed to care somebody that got me out of the house. I'm staying here with kids.
By the time she's been transferred to the station to speak with Major Berger, it seems she's realized that a less confrontational approach is best. Place your bets now about how long that's going to last.
You were asking, have we found your husband? And the answer is, we may have, we don't know. Because a body was found up the street from your house. We think it's Jason, but we're not 100% sure at this time. Because he's been there at least a couple days, probably. And, obviously dead, but we don't, at this point. We had to call out our investigators to take pictures of the scene, because we don't believe he just walked to this place. We believe that someone took him there. There's reason to believe that they're at the scene. So, at this point, we're trying to identify the person that we found. If there's anything you know at this point, this is the time to say it, because anything we find out after this point that you don't tell us looks really bad.
I don't know where else. You can ask me anything you want to.
Okay. Well, I'm just so you understand, I'm just letting you know that if this is Jason, we don't believe he died of natural causes, and we don't believe that he walked to the place where he was found, and we believe someone put him there. So that means that someone else would have had to been involved with causing him harm. So that's why you saw the police cars coming, that's why you saw everything else.
I was just curious, maybe somebody not feeling good or something, or somebody ran. I don't know. That's why I saw all the police coming in there, like with siren and stuff. I was
Okay.
curious about.
Well, like I said, what we have to do right now at this point is identify the person that was found.
I don't want to do it.
You don't want to look at him?
No,
Okay.
I'm really afraid.
Well, like I said, that's why we asked you to come down here, just to talk with us, because we had to go. I know you spent a lot of time with the officers today, but it's at the point now where we believe we found him, and it's not like he died in his sleep. And like I said, it doesn't appear that he walked to where he was found.
So he drove with somebody?
No, it looks like somebody maybe drove and maybe dumped him where he's at. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like somebody took him to this spot, and it's not far from your house, and dumped him there on the side of the road. And now we need to figure out what happened. Because what they're going to do is they're going to take his body down to the Hamilton County morgue. They're going to do an autopsy. They're going to find out why or what caused this death. I don't know if it's, I don't know, I don't want to say it because I don't know at this point. I saw briefly his body, but I didn't touch anything, I didn't move anything, so I don't know. And like I said, it appears that he's been there for a couple of days because it's been hot out. So, and it was just tonight after that we left that he was found. So what I'm saying, Angelina, is at this point, if this is Jason didn't walk to this place by himself. If you know of anything we need to know about at this point, I need to know about it right now. If there was somebody that wanted to hurt Jason, if you know of somebody that
He wanted to hurt me. I know for sure, but I don't know who would want to hurt him.
Tell me why Jason wanted to hurt you.
I found his messages. If you bring my phone over, I'll show you, because I've been picturing everything I found.
Okay.
He was saying like antifreeze in my tea or something like this with his girlfriend. They've been joking about it, and
Who's his girlfriend?
That's a trick question. Because Jason didn't have a girlfriend, no matter how many times Angelina accused him of having one. His supposed girlfriend, who we will refer to as D, was a childhood neighbor and close friend. Apparently, their messages were much too suggestive for Angelina, like these two exchanges between Jason and D, which Angelina used to prove Jason was cheating. Firstly, a set of messages where Jason vents about his divorce. And secondly, this set of super spicy stickers. When Angelina sent these messages to Jason to confront him about his affair, the conversation went as follows. Why are you lying to her? Do you like her that much? Yes, there's a picture of text between me and her talking about our divorce. That doesn't make her my girlfriend. None of those pictures do. Okay, I'm done. You're a liar and I want a divorce. At this point, if you want to start over, you need to be honest, and you can't even with yourself. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Followed by, I deleted her many times from your friends. She's keeping requesting. She's jealous that not so pretty and her life is hell. She wants to give you some. She wants to be me. It doesn't matter what she wants. And you sounding a little crazy now. Not mad or crazy. Want answers. Angelina was pretty persistent about her husband being a cheater. Almost as if she was overcompensating for something.
I know that her husband is drug addict too. So I don't know, but they still married. Everything seems fine. I can show you the messages.
I think, did you show this to the deputies that were there today? Because they told me they called her. Mm-hmm. And when they were looking for him, they didn't know if maybe she met him somewhere. They didn't know if maybe she'd come pick him up. But she denies that there's anything going on between them. And that's something
She's
different.
A liar.
She's a liar. Okay.
No, it's going on. If you bring my phone, I will show you messages.
Okay. Well, here's this. I know that right now, we don't know where his phone's at, but we can get a hold of the cell phone provider tomorrow. And even though we don't have the phone, we can get all the information off of it. We can find out all his text messages. We can find out all his calls. We can find out the locations. I think they even did that today. And they said that they had seen where at one time it was in Bethel, and there was another location late at night one night, somewhere down around a bridge down in Cincinnati, which is obviously also suspicious. So there's some things here that really are concerning to us. I have my whole team out here tonight because this appears that someone has caused Jason harm. If this is Jason, like I said, we have to identify this person first, but we believe it's him based on a picture we saw. Mm-hmm. That's why I was asking about scars and stuff. But we need to identify him. But right now, my biggest concern is that sometimes people do things, or sometimes there's a reason why things happen.
He's been recruiter. He's been meeting people all the time.
He's what?
Recruiter.
A recruiter?
Yeah, and he meeting people from internet and stuff like this.
Okay. All right. Is there anybody that you can think of that would be concerned?
We didn't live together for 6 months. I don't know.
Okay.
This month we've been just avoiding each other, living in separate rooms.
Okay.
It's been even less, maybe 3 weeks, maybe months. I need to see the message when I texted him, so to tell you for sure. But
Okay.
it was like about a month, yeah.
Okay. So let's say, for instance, that I find out
I know that he had sexual transmitted disease.
Jason did, and how did he get that?
I saw messages with his mother that he told her that something going on with him, and she told him if it's chlamydia or gonorrhea, it can be found in the urine or stuff like that.
Okay. All right. So
So he'd been messing with somebody, for sure.
Through more than 1,600 pages of texts and Facebook messages, we couldn't find a single exchange between Jason and his mother discussing him contracting an STD. We found plenty of Angelina discussing some incriminating things, however.
So he'd been messing with somebody, for sure.
let's say this. Let's say that this person that we found is Jason. Okay. Based on what you've told me, that means that someone could have come to your house and someone could have taken Jason away from your house and hurt him.
We left for like hour, maybe hour and a half. I don't know. Hour and a half maximum, because it took us like 25 minutes to get to the pizza place,
Sure.
and then we went to the Meyer gas station because
Meyer gas station?
Meyer, yeah, because I'm on rewards program and I have 10 cents of the gallon, so that's why we drove to the Meyer, and then we went home. Yeah, we didn't go anywhere else.
Okay. So right now, what we're trying to do right now is we're trying to identify the body that we found. And like I said, we believe it's Jason.
I don't want to look at anybody.
Okay, you don't have to look at it.
I just asked his mom to do it. I don't want to do it.
We'll ask.
I'm really afraid of blood and everything.
Okay. You're afraid of blood?
I'm afraid. Yeah, if I see it, I'm gonna pass out.
Is there any reason why you think that if I showed you a picture of him that he would have blood on it?
No, I don't know. But if you told me somebody dumped him, he probably, I don't know. Or you said somebody dumped him?
That's what it looks like. I haven't seen what his injuries are or what made him die.
I'm assuming it's a blood or something. Or how he got killed. Did he choked or what?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's what the detectives there are
Well,
doing.
if
They're
it's
taking
bloody,
pictures
I
of-
don't want to look at
Okay.
it. Well, if it's different, I will try to, but please don't show me anything.
We can have someone look at the picture to identify him, but
No.
what I'm getting at is, what if this is Jason? Okay, if it's his body that we have found, based on what you're telling me, it's possible that someone came to your house and there was a confrontation or something happened at your house that led to him being killed or led to his death. So that means that there could be evidence in your house, is what I'm saying. So we may need to go to your house to look for evidence.
I don't know.
I'm just letting you know that that's what's going to happen. Okay. So
I don't know. I
Do you-
probably know.
what?
I don't know who could want to kill him or anything.
But if that's what's happened, you understand that our job is to find out who hurt him or who caused his death. You understand that, right? And that may mean that we may need to go to the house and we may need to look for evidence. Do you understand that? Okay. I know the guys today said something about you had a cut on your hand.
This
Okay.
it's just I'm peeling skin. I have a crack in it all the time.
Okay, all right. That's not something that was caused from any injury, it's just you said it's from like dry skin, cracking?
It's just dry skin. You can see it. It's kind of old.
Okay.
I don't know about you, but this doesn't really look like dry skin to me.
Angelina, I know you don't want to see a picture of the body we found, right? You said you don't want to see that picture. But I have a picture of the
Is it
shirt.
bloody or no?
Well, I have a picture of the shirt. that the person's wearing. You can't see the person's body at all. Can you look at this shirt and see if you recognize this at all?
I don't know.
It's a red shirt, it looks like.
I don't know what does it say. I can't tell you.
I'm sorry.
I can tell you.
You can't tell me?
Mm-mm.
So you don't know if that looks like anything he may have, that
No.
Jason may have?
I can tell you for sure. No.
Okay. I don't know what this says either. They're gonna tell me a little bit, but it looks like that's a Champion sign, like a Champion shirt. There's a brand of clothes that's Champion, but I don't know what the gray lettering says either.
I don't know.
Okay. You don't know if that looks like anything that he's...
I don't know.
Okay. Is that okay? The drink? Okay.
If Angelina really does have a fear of blood, she's doing a great job suppressing it here. The red shirt that Jason was found in, that she is being shown pictures of, is absolutely drenched in it. Yet she calmly sips her tea after seeing these pictures, which quite frankly made me sick to my stomach.
So here's, and I just want to let you know how this is. And if you don't understand something, you seem to understand English very well.
Yeah, I understand very well.
Very well. So if I say something you don't understand, ask me to repeat it and I'll explain it to you. I'll clear it up. We're treating this as a homicide. Do you know what a homicide is?
Yeah, like somebody hurted him.
We're treating this like somebody killed him. We're treating this like somebody killed Jason. Okay? So what that means is our job now is to find out who killed Jason and why.
Yeah.
And like I said, part of that is we have to find evidence. Obviously, there's a lot of evidence there at the scene where he was found at. And we need to find out where he was actually injured at, because it doesn't look like he was injured where he was found. It looks like, I said, someone hurt him and then took him in a vehicle to that location. So until we start getting answers, we have to start at his house. That's where he's last known to have been at. You said he was there at 9 o'clock when you left. So we're going to have to go to your house. We're drawing up a search warrant. Do you know what a search warrant is? It's just, and I know you were cooperative today. I know you gave the cops permission to go in your house, but basically it gives us permission to go into your residence after a judge looks at it and says if we have reasons to do so, and we can look for evidence or clues as to what may have happened to him. If somebody came in and did something to him, also the vehicles, because we believe someone put him in a vehicle and took him where he went to. So that's why I was asking you about which car was yours. Does anybody else drive these cars that I need to know about? Your cell phone, we're going to have to take your cell phone. I heard you mention through our conversation tonight that, you never wanted to hurt him, but Jason wanted to hurt you. You said you thought that he was trying to poison your tea or something like that. Do you really think that he was trying to hurt you?
According to their conversation, he was saying where to find the hitman, and it's need to be end soon. And I found another conversation on Facebook where he talking to one of my friends in Russia, and he been saying, I've been thinking about illegal things to do to her.
If you think that, I understand your children being there, but did you feel safe at that house? Did you feel like you...
No, I've been sleeping with the boys.
Okay.
I've been sleeping with Brian all the time.
What are your sons' names?
My middle son, Brian.
How old is he?
He's 7.
What's your oldest son's name?
Sam.
Sam, and he's how old?
He's 10.
So Sam, Brian, and you have a little one?
Yeah, Dylan.
Dylan, okay. All right. And they're with his mom and stepdad in Indiana. Okay. So you've been sleeping in their room because,
I've been sleeping in the guest bedroom with Brian and Sam, in Dylan sometimes. Dylan mostly slept with him, but I've been sleeping with the Brian.
okay. I mean, knowing what you found, that he's talking about a hitman, he's talking about trying to poison you.
I don't think he would do it while I'm with the kids, so I've been with the kids all the time, like 100% of the time.
But you really think he would hurt you?
No, because he got what he wanted, he got a custody. I don't see the reason why he would hurt me anymore. So
Okay.
it was when the kids was living with me, so.
Okay. Now I know there's been,
And he bought a gun, very strange, so I told him so he need to take it out of the house first
when
thing.
did he buy that gun?
I don't know, but
Do you know where he bought it from?
I saw the big black box in his trunk once, in his Pontiac, and I saw it other time in his closet.
Okay. But you don't know where he bought it from? How long are you married guys for?
For 9 years.
9 years? Okay.
And he never been interested in guns, and suddenly Sam told me that my dad got a gun.
When did he buy that gun?
He told me like a few months ago, like when my kids been living with me. Sam told me that, and and I even came to the court and told them about it, so I'm afraid for my kids.
Okay. All right.
In Angelina's defense, she did have photos of Jason allegedly joking with a friend about poison. Meanwhile, she was taking some interesting photos herself, like this one, where she's holding a bullet that's the same caliber that was used to kill Jason. And then there are these searches that she conducted. They're in Russian, of course, but we'll do a quick translation for you. They include medieval poisons as a means of settling the score, and the most powerful poisons in the world.
Like I said, we just have to do everything we can to find out who did this to him. And I don't want you to be afraid to tell me anything, because things we're going to find out. Like I said, the phone records, we're going to find out just about everything.
Sure.
I think the video on the house, we can still get that, because I think that just because we don't have his phone right now, I think we can still get it, because those things, I have one at my house, and there's a database, so we'll be able to see if someone came to the door. We'll see if somebody left. We'll see those types of things. You know, there's DNA evidence and stuff like that. There's evidence at the scene that clearly shows that somebody tried to cover him up. They tried to hide him, so it wasn't like he just fell down on the road and got hit by a car or something like that. We can tell by what we see there that somebody put him there and even tried to cover him up. So that's what's it's very, very suspicious. It's very clear that he did not do this to himself. So that's our job, is to find out who did this. And like I said, we talked about, you know, the last time you saw him and everything like that was on Friday. I mean, we'll get a hold of the pizza place, because you said use your credit card, and we'll just show where you were at. And then you said you went to the Meijer in Eastgate to get gas, and I'm sure you paid with your credit card
Yes,
there.
I did.
So it shows where you are and stuff like that. But your phone and all those things will show who you've talked to, will show anything, you know, like I said, hopefully, I expect you to be honest with me, and we won't find anything that's suspicious. Because if we do, and you've had a chance to be honest with us, like,
Honest about what? Just tell me.
so so a lot of times what happens is, like I said, people are afraid to tell us things, okay? We've had situations where someone has hurt their spouse, but they say later, after they found out they were caught, that it was in self-defense. Like, they'll say, well, he was hitting me, or he was choking me, so I didn't have a choice, or he was threatening me, so I did something to him because he was threatening me.
No, I didn't.
We have those types of
Nothing
things
like
all the
this
time.
happened.
Or Or they'll say, I came home and I found him and I didn't know what to do, so I didn't want the kids to see, so I got him out of the house.
No, I
and
didn't
stuff
see
like that.
anything like this. I didn't get anything out, and nothing I would think of.
But I'm just saying that because people, if I don't say that to you, and let's say, for instance, a piece of information that comes forward that says,
I just don't know what kind of information.
let me ask you this, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a man that you see other than him?
Yeah.
Who's that?
He's living in Texas.
He lives in Texas. Has he ever been here to Ohio?
Yeah, he's originally from Ohio.
Okay. Has he been to Ohio recently?
Yeah, he came here last weekend.
Okay. And what's his name?
His name is Drew.
Drew? How do you know Drew?
It's my husband's ex-co-worker.
So a guy named Drew, was he in the Air Force too? I saw that somewhere. What was his last name?
Clark.
Clark? Okay.
Meet Drew, Angelina's boyfriend. The way Angelina talks about Drew may lead you to believe that they've just been dating since her separation from Jason. Of course, that's not at all the case. Angelina and Jason filed for divorce in March of 2018. Around this time, Angelina was fiercely accusing Jason of cheating, as seen in the messages we showed earlier. But by March of 2018, Angelina had already been dating Jason's coworker for 5 months. Not only was Angelina sleeping with Jason's coworker, but she had hooked up with him during a work retreat that her husband was also attending. In January of that year, the two even went on a cruise with each other, with both of their spouses present and unaware.
Have you told Drew the things that Jason's done to you, or that he's tried to kill you?
We've been talking about it, yeah, but...
Okay. Do you think that would upset Drew?
No, he wouldn't do anything like this.
Well, but this is when people are killed, there's typically a couple reasons. Either it's over drugs, money, or relationship. Those are the most common reasons why people are killed. And look at do you watch the news? Do you see TV? Do you watch TV shows?
No.
Those are the biggest reasons why people will hurt one another, or those things.
I can tell you what happened in the morning when we woke up with the kids. Woke up kind of late. Nothing I can really tell you. I went downstairs, it was mess everywhere, so I started cleaning. Like weird stuff, like baby puked everywhere.
Let me ask you this real quick while I'm thinking of it. Drew was up here last weekend. Did you see him?
Yeah.
Does Jason know that you saw him?
No.
Okay. Where did you guys stay at?
We didn't do anything inappropriate. We just went.
No, that's your business. You saw him though. Did you go to dinner or something?
Yeah, we went to the dinner.
Okay. How did he get here to Ohio?
He drove with his kids.
Okay. What kind of car does he have?
Like red Subaru.
Red Subaru? Now, is that like a car? Is it like
Yeah, it's a small car.
a truck, a car,
No, it's a
SUV?
small 2.5 door car.
Okay. All right. So you spent some time with Drew last week, and he came up here with his kids. Did he stay in a hotel?
No, he stayed at his brother.
Where does his brother live at? Do you know?
Kentucky somewhere.
Okay. So, you were staying at the house with Jason at this time, right? Because you said you were there for about a month.
Yeah.
What did you tell Jason? Where did you tell him you're going?
We didn't tell anybody anything. Like, if I leave, I'll leave. I just need to be there before he goes to work.
Okay.
The same as him. If he going at night somewhere, I'm not gonna ask him where he going.
You guys don't care what each other do.
No, we're going through the divorce, and he let me stay there, and I'm grateful. So I'm just not bothered or something.
Has Drew? Have you told Drew that Jason, you think, is trying to kill you?
I showed him the messages, but he said he don't think he's gonna do that.
Okay. Have Jason and Drew ever gotten into a fight?
Jason sent him nasty message once.
But I mean, he found out that you were having an affair with Drew.
We didn't have any affair.
Okay, you didn't
Before
have.
we filed for the divorce and everything been done.
Okay, you never had sex with Drew?
Of course I did.
Oh, but well, you just said you didn't.
We didn't see each other before we filed for the divorce.
Okay, but technically, someone would say that an affair is for when you're married. It wouldn't be until actually your marriage is over that it would be an affair.
It's been a little bit before that, but Jason filed for divorce then very soon, so I will.
Yeah, I'm not judging. I'm not saying it's the
Yeah,
way.
it's what I'm talking about. So yeah, we did while we were married.
Okay. When was the last time you talked to Drew on the phone?
Today.
Today. I know the deputy said that while they were there with you, you were on your phone texting quite a bit. Was that to Drew or was that?
No, I've been checking my mail and texting to my mom.
Okay.
I'm talking to my mom, but I didn't text. I don't think.
Major Berger will eventually get a chance to hear plenty of conversations between Angelina and Drew, though something tells me Major Berger won't particularly love all of the conversations.
I'll tell you what the Burger told me. His name is Burger. Ha ha ha. He looked like Burger kind of too.
Fortunately, Major Berger may just get the last laugh.
I told you, we found a body and stuff like that. I've told you that we believe it's Jason. If I'm able to prove that Jason is the person we found, that he was killed, how does that make you feel?
Feel bad because I don't know what I'm gonna do. Honestly, I can't pay the mortgage. I don't have a job. I don't know where I'm gonna go.
Okay. So even though you guys are getting a divorce, I mean, you wouldn't want to see anything
He's
bad.
paying right now $1,700 a month for me to live on my own. It helps me a little bit with the debt I have right now since I don't have a work.
So he's helping you though right now, even though you guys are getting divorced, he's helping you.
It's judge decision for him. It's withdrawal from his account and paying straight to my card.
Does Jason have any other friends or family around here?
I don't know. I believe he has a girlfriend if he's got a sexual transmitted disease.
But you said that you think his girlfriend's one that lives by his mom in Indiana.
Yes, but I don't know how he would see her. That's the problem. I don't know.
Okay. So there could be another girl.
It could be another girl, yeah.
And you can't think of anybody who would want to hurt Jason?
I know he's been meeting people from internet, from his recruiting job, but I don't know.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you being patient with us. Like I said, we have a lot of stuff going on right now.
Oh, if you have any questions, I can answer, but I don't know what.
But you're okay hanging tight with us here until we get things. At some point, what we're probably gonna do is go back to your house, and you can be there while we're there.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
I can tell you that
do you want us to find out who killed Jason?
I do want to, of course. Why wouldn't I want to?
I mean, I understand
But I don't really believe that it's him.
you don't believe it's him?
No.
Okay. Well, like you said, I don't want to show you the picture because
Please don't.
it's a bad picture.
If it's bad, please don't.
Okay.
I'm gonna pass out.
So, people handle things differently. I mean, if someone told me someone killed my wife, even if we were getting divorced, I mean, we still have kids together, I think I'd be pretty upset.
I'm shocked and I don't know what to tell you, honestly. I don't believe it's him.
Because like today, the deputies actually called me up and said, hey, look, we get missing persons all the time. And in your situation, Jason could have left with someone could have picked him up and taken him somewhere, and he's allowed to go. Just like you said, you both kind of just go as you please and don't answer questions. And the deputies kind of thought it was really just it bothered him that you didn't really like seem to care where he was at or that he was missing.
The one man came and started yelling at me why I didn't call the police. So I told him he'd been missing only one day, and today I asked kids to find out where he at.
Yeah.
So one day I thought he's at work or doing his recruiting job and stuff, and he started yelling at me, and I told him it is what it is, so I don't know what else to tell you.
Some people don't understand that situation. Like I said, it seems like you guys have a pretty, I'm not saying rocky, but you both, you have kids and you're getting this divorce, but you've gone your separate ways already. I mean, that's what it sounds like. So some people just don't understand that. Mm-hmm. So some people might look at that as like strange or weird, but and now we have Jason's body, very close to your house.
Why it's close to the house?
I don't know. Well, I know it's getting late. I just want to, like I said, just want to let you know, but that's what we're working on doing, okay?
It's gonna be today?
Yeah, I mean, we're not gonna just come back tomorrow. I mean, as this goes on, we're gonna do all this stuff tonight, even if it's late in the morning. We're gonna go there and like I said, everyone's there to try to figure out what happened.
Sure.
Okay?
I don't think, you think something could happen in the house while we're there with the kids?
Well, where else would it have happened?
I don't know.
Because if you left the house,
somebody's car, is he got choked or what happened?
Oh, I don't know. Like I said, he's been out in the hot sun. It's been like 95 to 100 degrees out. So when we die, our bodies start breaking down.
Well, I don't want to know.
So yeah.
Please.
So right now, I don't know.
If he been coming to somebody's car and somebody hurted him, I would say it's choking, no?
I don't know. He may have been shot. He may have been stabbed. I don't know.
And if it's stabbed, he probably all bloody. That's why I told him I'm very afraid of anything like that, and I'm afraid of dead bodies, please.
I really don't know the answer. I don't know if he was shot. I don't know if he was stabbed. I don't know if he was strangled. I don't know if he was hit over the head with something. I don't know.
But you saw the body, right?
But I didn't move anything.
But you sure it's Jason? Because I still don't think it's Jason. I think he's gonna show up tomorrow at the court, and I'm gonna be really mad at him for everything that I have to go through right now.
Yeah. Well, I would be too, yeah. But, I mean, based on the pictures that we have of him, we think it's him.
If it's not him...
If it's not him, I'm very sorry. I mean, I would really be really sorry, but I wouldn't have you here if I didn't think it was him.
Even with Jason dead, Angelina is still conjuring up reasons to be mad at him. Detectives are certain from the location of Jason's body and the state of his body that it is indeed him. Though Angelina refuses to see the photos of Jason, our team did, and it's undeniable who the body belongs to.
If something did happen in your house, I would think, there wasn't much time for somebody to clean anything up, especially something like that. If someone gets shot or stabbed, there's going to be blood.
I didn't see anything. Only I saw somebody puked on the couch.
Someone puked on the couch?
Yeah, it was like chunk everywhere in the carpet, so it took me all morning to clean it.
You don't know who that was, though?
No, but it was like puke with some weird stuff, like chunking. So I had to take everything and wash everything, and it took me all day to clean the mess.
Did you have to throw anything away?
No, it was just a vacuum.
Your vacuum?
Mm-hmm. And I tried to wipe it a little because it was kind of gross, but nothing I could tell.
Are you sure it was puke?
Yeah, it was a lot of chunk in there, it was stink.
Was there any, red, blood in it?
No, it was kind of orange and purple, some stuff, I don't know. But yeah, it took me all day to clean it. I was thinking it's a baby was spilling cranberry juice after he
And this is on the couch in your living room? Mm-hmm. Was it on the seat or was it on
the one couch and was some of it on the other couch in the other room, so I don't know.
Okay. But you don't know, none of your boys have been sick though, or?
A baby sometimes sick and puking.
Okay.
And
'Cause I would
he's
think you would know if the baby puked. I mean, that's,
It was sick, so I would say some of the boys puked and just left in there and went swimming again. They're doing it sometimes.
was it a lot or just a little, or?
It was
Like how
little.
big?
It was like somebody like on the couch. It was like on one side. So I kind of tried to clean it, but it didn't clean. It was so stink. So I took this apart, like washed it. And there was the other road, like a little bit, like here, there.
Okay.
So took me, like I took a vacuum and started vacuuming.
All right. But just I know this is a straight up question, but
My kid's puking all the time.
okay. But this is just a straight up question. I mean, you would know the answer to this, whether or not, but I just have to ask it. Did you hurt Jason?
No,
Okay. Do you know if anybody hurt Jason?
I do not.
Okay. Did you help move Jason at any point? If you saw him hurt,
No,
did you drive him anywhere, drive anybody anywhere to where?
I did not drive anybody
Okay.
anywhere.
I just have to ask you those direct questions, okay? Because somebody did, and that's what we have to figure out.
Please check my car. I don't mind you check it. Please go ahead, do whatever you need
I
to
just
do.
want to make sure we don't have any misunderstandings.
I don't have misunderstandings and yeah, I've been cleaning the carpet in living room before the deputy came because dog been pooping in there.
I noticed outside your garage there was like some like little pieces of carpet sections. What is that? What is that for?
Where?
Like up in the garage there was like
It was in his trunk and police officers got it out of there
okay.
to search it and didn't put it back.
Okay, because there was also some in that red van. It looked like the van.
He probably, I don't know.
Okay.
He
Because of
probably
the-
got it out and put it down. I don't know. Or he been covering it from baby going there all the time, making mess.
Conveniently, Angelina's disclosed 2 places she cleaned in her home that detectives will find absolutely drenched in cleaning supplies. The couch illuminates like a lighthouse when luminol is applied. Don't you find it strange that that just so happens to be where she claimed that her son threw up?
How did you meet Drew, or how? I know that he worked with Jason, but
Yeah, we met on one of the parties.
okay. And then, how long is this? Have you been talking to him?
2 years. Oh,
Couple
year
years.
and a half.
Okay. And you said that you and Drew had a relationship, but that didn't start until after Jason filed for divorce.
It did start out before Jason filed for divorce.
Okay. Was that something? Because you told me initially that.
Yeah, it started before. I told you a little bit before the divorce.
So you had an affair with him? Because remember we talked about what an affair was. Is there a reason why you changed your mind now? That because remember this.
I didn't change my name. My mind.
So I'm just saying initially you told me you didn't have a relationship with him until after Jason filed for divorce.
No, we did have. We probably misunderstood, but we did
Okay.
have.
All right.
But it was like a little bit, maybe 1 month before Jason filed.
Okay. All right. And
We started talking, yeah.
how long ago did he move to Texas?
How long?
How long has Drew lived in Texas?
For a year and a half.
Okay. And in that year and a half, you guys talk on the phone and stuff like that, but how many times does he come up here every month to see you, or?
No.
Okay. Did you guys go anywhere and have last weekend? No. Because you said his kids were with him.
Yeah, kids with him, but they stayed at his brother's place.
Okay. These are just questions I'm being asked to ask you from people that aren't here. I know we've kind of talked, but if it seems where they're asking me to ask this because, again, we have to figure out, what happened to Jason.
Sure, do whatever you need to.
Right. I'm just trying to explain to you, and sometimes, I'm
But
here.
I'm sure it's not Drew because he's been working this weekend.
Yeah.
I asked him if he can come and see me on the 4th of July, and he said that he will see if he can do it.
Okay. All right.
He said he can come. I asked him if he can tomorrow, since my hearing tomorrow.
Angelina is left alone in the room for about an hour. Clearly, the time spent thinking alone gets to her.
Hi. Did you have a question for me? What's your question?
I wanted to talk to my mom and ask you if I need a lawyer or something.
Asked your mom what?
A lawyer or something?
You're asking if you need a lawyer? Why do you think you need a lawyer?
Because you asking me a question about murder, and I was kind of thinking if I do need a lawyer.
That's up to you. If you think you need an attorney, I can't tell you yes or no. I mean, like I can only tell you what I've told you
It's
so
kind of
far.
serious thing you...
It's very serious.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, like I told you what I know about it, and that's that we believe we found Jason's body. I told you
I don't
that.
believe so. So I'm kind of thinking he's gonna show up on the hearing, and I'm gonna be very mad. But I just don't know how these things are working.
Yeah. Well, I'm just rehashing what I told you, and that's that we found what we believe is Jason's body. He didn't get there himself. He has an injury that he doesn't appear he did to himself, so it looks like someone hurt him.
He get hit by the car or something?
No, he didn't get hit by a car. That's not what happened.
What happened? Can you tell me?
He's going for an autopsy. Like I said, it was so hot out that his skin doesn't look like it usually does because of the heat. Basically, his skin's cooking. And there are bugs and stuff like that are there. So, like I told you, he didn't
Why
get...
you think it's Jason?
Well, because of what he looks like, what he's wearing, and
But
how
you just
close...
told me that it's hard to say what about injury, but why you think it's
Well, we
Jason?
know how tall he is. We know about how much he weighs. We know that he's less than a quarter mile from your house. The picture, even though his face is distorted, it appears to be him. The person is bald. So, doesn't have any hair on his head.
He did a little bit on the sides.
Right. No, not on the exact top, though.
Not exact top, but he did on the sides, like from here to here.
Yeah. It's Jason.
I just
I understand.
I can't believe. I just think
I
I'm gonna
understand you
show
don't-
up tomorrow at the court and I'm gonna really bitch at him because
Okay.
I don't want to sit here all night for this. It's just
Right.
ridiculous.
Well, so here's the thing. So I'm just rehashing for you why, we've asked you these questions, and it's because he's found very close to your house. He has injuries that weren't committed by himself. He was, like I said, someone drug him out of, pulled him out of a vehicle and left him in a ditch. It's pretty evident that someone did this on purpose. And it may not be one person, it could be at least two people. And that's why I told you that you're saying you don't know anything about this, you don't know what happened.
I don't know.
So we have to check your house because that's the last place we know him to be, to see if there's any evidence there to show what happened to him.
But today's police officers already went through everything.
Well, we are going to do a more thorough search. We have more equipment to look for, like sometimes people can clean things up. You were gone for about an hour and a half. If someone hurt him, they could have cleaned up before you got home, and you didn't see any blood or anything like
I
that.
didn't see.
So that could have happened. So they have tools that show if there's there's stuff that can see if there was blood in an area that's been cleaned up. There's all kinds of things. I mean, if you think that you need to have another attorney, that's up to you. I can't tell you that. I mean, like
No,
I said
I
so
know
far.
that. I don't know anything about it.
The most concerning thing to me right now at this point is the phone number you gave me for Drew. You're 100% sure of that number?
Yes.
Like, you're 100% sure that's his number?
He not answering the phone.
Well, his phone isn't in Texas.
His phone in Texas.
It's not. It's here. It's in Ohio. It's very close to here. So Drew's not in Texas. So if he told you he was, he's not.
He told me that he's in Texas.
He's not. So that's a problem.
This is probably the biggest show of emotion that Angelina has displayed in this entire interrogation. And though she spent months filing orders and calling the police on her husband when Drew becomes a suspect in his murder, she does everything she can to backpedal and paint him as a nice guy. And this is when the truth starts to come out.
He is in Texas 100% because he told me he has to go to work.
Okay, well, just sometimes people lie. Sometimes people don't tell the truth. I'm just saying, we're able to physically check where his phone's at, and his phone is not in Texas.
He wouldn't do it.
Well, that's why I asked you. Remember I talked to you about, have you told him about your concerns about Jason threatening you? You said you have. You said you told him about hiring a hitman and all this stuff against you.
He did, and I told him I think it's ridiculous, but we both think he wouldn't do that. But I've been scared, and I went to the court and filed protection order against him based on what he was saying.
So, like I said, sometimes people take matters into their own hands. They get upset. It sounds like Drew cares about you. It sounds like he wants to be in a relationship with you. So sometimes people do things that they think is the right thing to do because Jason was a bad guy to you.
He wasn't really a bad guy. He was father of my kids, and he was basically paying for my living.
Right? Well, like I said though, Drew is wants to be in a relationship with you, right?
Yeah.
And if he thinks that Jason's being mean to you, or he thinks that
I
Jason
told
is
him
trying
that
to hurt
he's
you.
not, he didn't hurt me, no, we've been fine. Only one thing is I showed you the record, I've been kind of mad at him.
But do you understand what I'm saying though? That someone may hear, like you're saying that you want to take your kids to Russia with you and to get away from Jason. So whatever happened was bad enough that you want.
No. But this month we agreed on 50-50.
Okay.
And I told him it's fine with me if you're gonna cover my expenses because I have a debt on my credit cards. Like
But you didn't tell him you were going to try to take your kids to Russia.
No.
Do you think he'd be happy if you tried to take your kids to Russia?
No.
You think he would agree to it?
No.
Okay. So did Drew know about this plan that you were going to take your kids to Russia?
I told him that my mother making passports and I want to get out of here.
Okay. So is it possible that Drew might have thought on his own
Absolutely.
that Jason is a problem?
I don't think so because Drew it's not this kind of relationship as you think.
Well, if you're in a romantic relationship with him, I mean that's.
But he could come to Russia,
Who could come to Russia?
Drew, and staying with me. It's what I told him.
Okay, which means you guys want to be together, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I told him I will take my kids. I don't want to go through the divorce. It's so painful for me. And if he wants, he can come and stay with me in Russia. I'm gonna wait.
So again, you and Drew have plans to try to be together, and Drew could look at Jason as a problem in that plan because you're
I
still
told
married to him.
him no. He didn't want my kids. So he said, give kids to Jason. Let's be together.
Well, I'm not saying that Drew's done anything wrong.
He didn't. I'm sure he's
I'm just
in
saying
Texas.
that someone did do something wrong. Someone did hurt Jason to the point that he's
He's
dead.
in Texas.
But when I just checked his phone number, his phone is not in Texas right now.
Where is his phone?
It's in Ohio.
In where?
It's near here.
I've been calling him today.
So, but
He said he's at work.
he may have told you he's in Texas, but maybe he wasn't telling the truth. I mean, he may have done something to Jason that he didn't want to tell you about because he doesn't want to get in trouble. I mean, people do this kind of stuff all the time.
No. Just don't believe that.
I just need to know, like I said, I need to know what you know. If you've ever said something to
I
Drew.
did said 100% to you the same as I was saying.
Right, and if Drew
And I did
says,
tell you more that I was committing a crime by kidnapping my kids to the Russia.
right,
But I'm telling you, yes, I was planning to do that.
right. But I'm just saying Drew may have done something that he didn't want to tell you about because he cares about you, wants to be with you. I'm just saying that when we look in your phone and we go through the house better than what the guys did today, I don't want to find anything that says that you knew anything about this.
I know.
Because that's how you could get in trouble. Even if you didn't hurt Jason, but you know about it, you don't tell me.
I don't know anything.
I understand that. I'm just saying that's how you could get in trouble.
You can look everywhere if you want
I
to,
know you've told me that.
but I don't know what you right now saying that my boyfriend is in Ohio and he told me he's in Texas.
That's what it
really
appears.
scares me
Yeah. Why does it scare you?
because I trusted this guy and you tell me that he's in Ohio instead of Texas.
And I'm thinking that because of your relationship, he may have even done something to Jason. I don't know.
No,
I wouldn't want to think so, but it happens.
I
all the
don't
time.
even believe you that it's Jason.
Okay, well, at some point you're going to have to see.
And now
that
I'm
it's
gonna get in
Jason.
trouble when Jason gonna come up tomorrow that I was trying to take my kids to Russia.
But Angelina wasn't just trying to take her kids to Russia. For months, when it looked like she was going to lose custody, she looked up every way to get her kids out of the country so that Jason couldn't have them, including how to cross the Mexico border illegally. Angelina has every reason to be freaking out about Drew being in Ohio, because he isn't in Ohio to see her. He's in Ohio to see Major Berger.
Jason is not going to be at the hearing tomorrow. You need to know Jason is dead. It's Jason. Jason is dead.
No.
I'm sorry to have to tell you that, but he is dead.
I don't want to believe that. I
And he
don't
didn't.
believe that.
And he didn't die in his sleep. Someone killed him. Someone hurt him to the point that he died from the injuries. And then they took his body and they dumped him on the side of the road.
Gosh.
And it sounds to me like this happened Friday night after you left to get your pizza. Because that's the only time frame where you weren't there.
But I would come in like hour and a half, like you said, and I didn't see anything that would have boring me.
Well, if you were in Amelia and you were in Eastgate, you wouldn't have seen anything at your house to cause you to worry.
I didn't see
Someone could have came to your house while you were gone with your children, done this to Jason, you never even would have seen them there. It doesn't take a whole lot of time to grab somebody from a house and do what they did. And then you kept mentioning, is it possible something happened to him in a car? Something could have happened to him in a car. That may be why the deputies didn't find anything in your house, but we're gonna double check.
I didn't see anything in the car too. I've been today sitting in the van. I opened up the door looking at his car when the baby was playing there. I didn't see anything that could concern me. Whatever I was found, I gave it to the deputy.
Well, I'm telling you now, I'm sure. It's Jason. I'm telling you now, I'm sure. So, I'm sorry to have to tell you that, but he's dead. And someone killed him, and someone took him out of your house and dumped him on the side of the road very close to your house.
Why would somebody dump it by my house?
I don't know. And I'm going to find all that stuff out just right now. Things are progressing as we speak. Like you said, initially I didn't know that if this was Jason or not that we found. And now I'm telling you, yes, it is, because my guys have been out there for hours and they've identified it as that this is Jason that they found. Then we find out.
I don't want to believe that.
Then we find
I don't
out.
want to believe that. I don't want to leave now.
Then we find out that Drew's phone is here somewhere in Ohio. So now we're trying to find Drew. So, like I said, we may not find him tonight. We may find him tomorrow. He may be back in Texas tomorrow. I don't know. But we're going to find out if he came up here, if he rented a car, if he got an airplane, if he got on a bus. We're going to know these things.
I just
But-
want to know, gosh.
But like I said, the most important thing is
Please just
even
stop.
even if you care about Drew, if Drew's ever said anything about that he would hurt Jason, I need to know that.
He didn't say that.
I think you're missing what I'm trying to say here, though, and
I
that
just don't
maybe
want to
Drew,
believe you.
because Drew cares about you, maybe he thought
No.
that if he did something to Jason,
No.
the kid's father, that the kids would be with you automatically, and you wouldn't have to worry about your kids anymore.
No, I will have to sue now with his mother
You're-
to
you're
go through
willing
the
to-
same thing with his mother.
You're willing to risk getting in trouble by taking your kids to Russia, and you're willing to risk going to Mexico with your kids to get in trouble because you want to be with your kids, right? You said you were willing to you were trying to get your mom to get you passports.
She's
You're willing to do
working-
things that aren't
My passport is expired right now,
right.
and I
But
can't
the
change it.
courts are also saying that the kids stay here and 50-50 with Jason. So you would be violating a court
I
order.
would no. He
if you
wanted
went
to
to
take
Russia.
whole thing, whole custody, and now we agreed with him on 50-50.
Right. But again,
And
he
I
wants to
told
take
him
your
that's
kids.
fine with me. I was buying the house in here, and I wanted to stay. If it's 50-50, I was thinking it's fine. If we're gonna find a job, and he's gonna take them for 3 days a week.
Well, and what I'm saying is, you're going through all these things with him, and Drew's listening to that, and he hears the troubles that Jason's causing you because he wants to take your kids full time, but now he's agreed 50-50. And now you guys have this court hearing tomorrow, and who knows what's going to happen there. You're not supposed to be staying in your house with the kids because that's what the courts have said, right? You even said that. So I'm not saying that this is what happened, but I understand how things are starting to come to
It
roll
really
together.
scares me that you told me his phone in a hive.
Right.
I'm really afraid now.
I
don't know
think
what
Drew
to
may have
do.
done something stupid because he cares about you.
I don't think so. I think it's one of Jason's applicants or whoever, and I still don't think it's a Jason.
As the detective has laid out, Angelina had several motives for getting rid of Jason. She was not going to be awarded full custody of her kids in any situation. The guardian ad litem for the case, which is an impartial advocate for the children's welfare, wrote a fairly scathing report of Angelina. This included Angelina berating her sons for sharing things with the guardian, scratching Jason's face out of a family photo, and claiming he doesn't deserve to be a part of the family, and several occasions where the children asked for a new mom because their mom was mean. Even without the affair, everything was stacked against her, and it seems that she just couldn't take that.
When people kill people, there's a reason behind it. Even if
Maybe
it's stupid.
somebody didn't like Air Force people.
We don't have people just going out killing Air Force people. In fact, this type of thing, a murder, it rarely ever
I
happens here
saw
in
this on
Brevard County.
TV. We've been watching together that some guy was shooting the military people and went to the Navy base.
I think that's far-fetched. I think that there's, the bigger picture here is that when someone gets killed the way that Jason did, someone has a reason to do that. And right now, the only person I can see that has a reason to want to kill Jason is Drew. I could be wrong.
I think you're wrong.
I could be. I'm not going to say I'm 100%.
I think he's
But
been at work.
those are the things. What happens if tomorrow I call and Drew wasn't at work on Friday like he was supposed to be? Or he's not there now and they don't know where he's at? What happens if we find Drew driving a car here in Ohio? Does that change your mind at all then? Does that then make you think that he could have done something?
I don't know.
Because why else would he be here? You can talk.
I'm just shocked. You just told me that father of my kids are dead and my boyfriend killed him.
Possibly. Your boyfriend possibly killed him. And I just need to know from you if has Drew ever even said, I'm so mad I could kill him?
No.
He's never said
He
that.
been supposed to help me with the plan to go through the Mexican border if I ask him. But he said, I don't know, it's just so much stuff going on. If he did that, I need some protection, something, because I'm afraid now to go to the house and try to stay there.
Soon after this, Angelina was let go from the interrogation room as the investigation continued. Since her home was still being searched, officers offered to get her a hotel room, but oddly, she opted to hover in the lobby all night. I don't know about you, but that sounds to me like someone who is waiting to see if someone's going to walk into the police station. Unfortunately for her, Drew was already speaking with law enforcement. He agreed to try and trick Angelina into confessing to the murder on a recorded phone call. He told Angelina that he was driving up to visit her and that he had never been in Ohio like law enforcement claimed. In spite of being under suspicion for murder and being hours away from seeing the supposed love of her life, Angelina has much more pressing matters to complain about.
I need to clean the house. I don't know what they sprayed my carpet with, but it stinks so bad now, like a dog's pee, or probably somebody peed in the corner. I don't know, but it stinks like urine.
I don't know, it's weird.
During the first half hour of the phone call, Angelina gives Drew absolutely no information about the murder, likely because she already fears someone is listening, as evidenced by this wild rant she goes on in the middle of their conversation.
Do you know what one of the cops did? Told her, "Hi, bitch. You know Angelina wanted the kids through the Mexican border. What the f***? Is that our right to release the information that is private? To just anybody go there and run their mouth around?"
I don't know.
It's such I hope he hears me right now. I want him to know that he's...
Okay.
He did hear Angelina. He also heard Angelina when she arrived at the bugged hotel room that law enforcement set up for the couple to meet at. Upon arriving, however, Angelina became irate and began uncovering and smashing thousands of dollars worth of surveillance equipment. It was clear that Drew had tipped her off. After bombing a polygraph test, he finally decides he needs to tell Major Berger the truth.
Sorry. For what?
Wasting your time by telling you sooner.
You can clear it up for me then? All I know is that you didn't do so well. You did pretty horrible. Which I kind of guessed because you told me from the minute I started talking to you, you're a horrible liar.
Yep.
So why don't we start over?
On Friday, after it happened, she called me.
After what happened?
After she shot him.
Okay.
She told me she shot him on the couch. That she needed me there. I had to help her. He told me she was outside with the boys while she was talking to me. I could hear her in the background. They're swimming. When she first said she did it, I didn't believe her. And she kept getting more and more irritated at me for not believing her. So when I believed her, I told her she needed to get rid of him.
Finally, law enforcement had confirmation of what they suspected all along, that Angelina had shot and killed her husband. The details of how she did it, however, are a lot harder to believe. While her 3 sons were roasting marshmallows in the backyard, Angelina went inside and shot their dad in the face. She then locked the back door, preventing her kids from entering the home. When one of them peeked inside through the glass, he saw his father lying on the couch with a pillow over his face. He had no idea that his father was dead. In the dim light, he couldn't make out the blood. Angelina then took the boys to get a pizza and to a gas station before coming home, rushing them to bed, and then cleaning up the mess she made. She abandoned the father of her children, the man who had spent over a decade providing for her and the kids lovingly and compassionately, in a ditch in the summer heat. Angelina was charged with aggravated murder and sentenced to life in prison for killing her husband. Originally, Michael Drew Clark was charged with conspiracy to commit aggravated murder. However, for testifying against Angelina, he was sentenced to just 6 months in prison on a lesser charge of obstruction of justice.